ultimately, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
All right, Grand Rising, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again for the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So I apologize for being late, okay? Don't give me a hard time. I know some of you were talking trash in the comments, I'm sure, but I apologize. So with that all being said, please go ahead and like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, and also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay? You already know what to do. So with that all being said, let's see who's in here. Nita's in Mike's World. Charm is here. Brand Slayer TV. Okay. Buns Goddess is here. That name tickles me. Okay. Wavy though, Lillian X, Aboriginal Woman, DeBear, all that drama, Buckhorse DC. Buckhorse, don't come here playing in my chat today, honey. You're going to be right back in time out. Please pay attention. All right. G from the land. Love her. Okay, let's get ready to get into it. Sophie, I see you. Beloved Cherokee Descendant, Dale, Darnell, Reggie. Reggie said, I'm starting my day and the Queen is perfect for me, so I'll wait. Thank you, Reggie. You are so wonderful, beloved. I just love Reggie. Juju B said, low down, dirty scoundrels know what to do. Juju is so nefarious. Oh, I love me some Juju. Samantha is here. Stacy, Lillian X, Jeff ATL, Miss Peaches, Claudette. All right, all hell no, Chris B. Let's get into it. Eva, Chris Vesey, Bithia's here, Tracy. All right, so shout out to everyone in the chat, everyone tuned into the Queen. Y'all know I love me some Royals. Oh my goodness, y'all are starting mess already. Okay, so that all been said, listen, I don't even have any excuse for being this late, except for the fact that I was trying to gather my receipts, okay? And so please miss me with it. Do y'all want the receipts or not? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Hey, Vince, I am from the UK. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Geronda in the house. Okay, so now with that all being said, listen, we're going to get into it. All right, we're going to talk about Diddy, little low down, hate, nefarious self. I can't wait. until they gift him with a pair of those silver bracelets, okay? And give him a one-way ticket to the penitentiary at Wright. Please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, Queen Sam said, Queen, you know we black and ready, okay? Thank you, beloved. Okay, so now first things first. So yesterday, for those of you who were on the backup channel, you know I talked about Jay-Z and his alleged mistress from back in 2010, Cathy White, who died suspiciously. Okay, so I'm going to do a recap on that because there's a couple of receipts that I got to show you all yesterday. And I don't know how I forgot them, other than the fact that I have too many receipts and sometimes I get stuff mixed up. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that first. And once in the chat, for those of you who were on the backup channel, also once in the chat, if you all want to see that Tyrin Turner video again, where he was talking about Jamie Foxx when, what's his face, the guy from Art of Dialogue asked him what was going on with him and Jamie Foxx, or told him about the rumors. Once in the chat, if y'all want me to show that video again, I'm sorry, because I really want to see it. I don't want to choke on my tea, but that video tickled me. Okay, so with that all being said, and without further ado, let's go ahead and pull the footage. Hold on. Now let me get my get to the timestamp. I think I started with Jay-Z at the 39-minute mark. Okay. Okay, we went in on Meek Mill yesterday too. Okay, Brand Slayer TV said, show us again, Queen. Okay, you know I will. Your wish is my command. Please pay attention. Okay, so we're going to get to Jay-Z, the recap, and then I'm going to show that Tyrin Turner video again. Because I absolutely cannot. RG Titan said it's his business, and at the same time, he needs to know what he's getting into, moving to another country. Yeah, he does. He definitely needs to know that. So anyway, I just find it all interesting. But, you know, I wouldn't just be moving to Ghana if I was in that lifestyle, which I'm not saying he is in that lifestyle, but there's allegations. That's all I'm saying. So now moving right along, let's talk about Jay-Z. Okay, and this young woman by the name of Cathy White, whom some say was his alleged mistress. Okay, and this is what they say. And this woman lost her life. I believe it was in 2011. Jay-Z's alleged mistress dies at the age of 28. So let me just tell you this. This woman was supposed to allegedly have been having something going on with Jay-Z, right? And they said that she became upset when Beyonce in 2011 announced that she was pregnant at the VMAs. And they said once Beyonce made that announcement, well, allegedly, Cathy White called Jay-Z and made threats because she was upset about it. You know, I don't know what Jay-Z allegedly had been telling her, but they said she was upset about it and basically told Jay-Z that she was going to go to the tabloids and expose him about the affair, alleged affair, shall I say. So shortly thereafter, that woman came up dead. Shortly thereafter, she came up dead. Now, fitness and beauty expert Cathy White was found dead in her Manhattan apartment on September the 2nd. This was in 2011. While White, a Howard University graduate, a contributor to various online publications, and was the CEO of her own public relations firm. Now, White's White Label PR, the reported cause of death. Hold on, what is all this? These typos. I'm sorry. Y'all think I be joking? White Label PR. Anyway, the reported cause of death was an aneurysm, is what they said. Okay. Now the LA Beauty battled the blogs the last year after the Hollywood Street King reported that she was the mistress of Jay-Z. The rumors were sparked after she and model Claudia Jordan were allegedly spotted at Las Vegas at Tao nightclub, sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Puffy. Please pay attention. So they say a young woman who was rumored to be tied to Jay-Z has died at the age of 28. Now, industry publicist, fitness, and beauty expert Cathy White, has known as Corey to friends, has passed away. Friends of White have confirmed reports that White died from an aneurysm. It's not clear what kind of aneurysm she died from, as it can develop on many parts of the body. So an aneurysm occurs when part of the body or part of a blood vessel, artery, or cardiac chamber swells. Either the blood vessel is damaged or there is a weakness in the wall of the blood vessel. As blood pressure builds and builds up, it balloons out at its weakest point. The swelling can be quite small or very large. When large, it tends to extend along the blood vessel, and as the aneurysm grows, there is a greater risk of rupture. Now, this can lead to severe hemorrhage and other complications, including sudden death. Her death has stirred up some unwanted attention for Jay-Z, with claims of a hidden love child in Trinidad and Tobago. And Illuminati conspiracy theorists claim that her death was a sacrifice for the famous people. It's so sad, R.I.P. to Cathy. That's what they reported. It is so sad. It is so sad. And I also find it very suspicious. I also find it very suspicious because here's the thing. On the day that this woman lost her life, they say that she was at home in her apartment and that she called 911. And they said almost immediately that it was an aneurysm. And my question was, how did they know so quickly that it was in fact an aneurysm? Now, before her death, okay, and here's the thing, she died a year to the day of that story coming out about her being Jay-Z's mistress, a year to the day, okay? But 2 weeks prior to her death, a major tabloid supposedly called her about Jay-Z. They'd heard about the allegations of her being his mistress, and they wanted information. Now, they say that she gave them a tidbit of information. They said this was all because, like I told you, they say she was upset because Beyonce came to the VMAs and announced that she was pregnant. And within 48 hours, a little bit over 48 hours after Beyonce made that announcement, well, they said she was dead. Okay, they say she was dead just within hours after, like a little after 48 hours. They say she called Jay-Z, threatened that she was going to go to the tabloids and for a price. So I don't know if she was extorting him, if she wanted money to be quiet or whatever, but I find it very interesting that she turned up dead after that. But here's what Jaguar Wright had to say about it. And so please pay attention. And everyone, please get those likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Cathy White's life was taken unfairly. She actually died screaming. And the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand's sake. I mean, I'm just speculating.
Cathy White. I found this one particularly interesting because it was all shades of mess.
Okay, I'm going to stop that right there, honey, because all that music. But here's the thing. I find that all very interesting, okay? I find that all very interesting. And here's some pictures of the young lady right here. Beautiful young lady. Beautiful young lady. And that's just very sad that she had to lose her life. Now, I don't know if anybody had anything to do with it, if she actually had the aneurysm or whatever, but I just found it all very interesting. And here's the thing. Someone who alleges that they had some information from the law enforcement, for someone who was within law enforcement, said that the person told them that that woman did not die from no aneurysm. Okay, that's what they said. All right, they said that she did not die from an aneurysm. They say that law enforcement, their connection in law enforcement told them that it was a suspicious death. Okay, said that it was a very suspicious death. And here's the thing. There were rumors of this woman being pregnant, but this is allegedly the same time that Beyonce was pregnant. And maybe that would be why she would be upset if Beyonce did announce it at the VMAs. Maybe that's why she would be so upset that she would threaten to expose him. I don't know. But I find it all very interesting that we start hearing all this stuff about Diddy and Jay-Z. And let's not forget that they were spotted at a club or whatever with Claudia Jordan, Jay-Z, Cathy, Claudia Jordan, and Diddy. All right? So what do you all think? What do you all think? Denise said a horrible mess. Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. So I find it very interesting because I already did a video showing you all weeks ago about all these people that allegedly had their careers ruined when they had issues with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Sorry, I forgot to unmute my mic. Okay, so let me stop it right there. Now, here's what I forgot to show you all yesterday. Let me pull this up. First of all, before I get to that, let me go to this. Hold on. Okay, so now, this is the actual information. When I said that there was someone who had ties to law enforcement that said that they were told that it was suspicious, they said, they said HSK was the first to reveal that 28-year-old Cathy White was Jay-Z's mistress. Don't believe me? Ask Claudia Jordan. Yesterday, I got the news that Cathy Michelle White had suddenly, now they called her Karina, Cathy Coriana White, but they say her name was really Michelle, her middle name. But so anyway, yesterday I got the news that Cathy Michelle White had suddenly passed away. So I quickly began my investigation. And guess what? Cathy did not die from a brain aneurysm as reported widely over the internet today. According to an NYPD detective who told me Cathy's cause of death is uncertain, and later today we will have the autopsy and toxicology reports. So right now the death is considered suspicious. And I find it very interesting that you can't even, you hear anyone talking about this woman. And like I saw somebody say in the chat that Claudia Jordan was her friend, and even she doesn't talk about it. No, she doesn't. She absolutely doesn't. Okay, and here's the thing. The reason I went and dug this story up is because the this journalist started posting about it recently. And I believe it's likely because we've all been saying that Jay-Z is going to be the next to go. Okay, so now let me show you the footage of where they were in the club. Claudia Jordan and Cathy White were in the club very close in proximity to Diddy, Jay-Z, and Andre Harrell. It looks like this is the crowd. Okay, yep. So I'm going to show it to you. All right, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Here we go. Okay, see, this is, can you all see that? I know you probably can't see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Maybe that's a little better. Okay, so as you can see right here, the one in the pink, in the hot pink, like the fuchsia looking blouse, that is Cathy. There's Claudia in the white. Okay, and this is Jay-Z right here. I believe, hold on, let me look on here again. Hold on. For Diddy. Oh, there he is. He's over on the side of Jay-Z wearing a white t-shirt. Hold on. Okay, see, this is Diddy right here with this white t-shirt on. And then Andre Harrell, I think, is right here. Okay, so nonetheless, they were spotted at the club with them, and that's when the rumors all began. So, but here's something else, and I'll show you all another clip of that, but of them in the club. Now, this is what the journalist Liz Crokin said. She posted this. She said, Hey, Jay-Z. Actually, this was around 2017, but it resurfaced recently. Let me say that. Now, she says, hey, Jay-Z, I was the reporter who talked to your alleged mistress before she died, / was murdered. Okay, I know everything. I know what you did. Go F yourself. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell together. Justice is coming. And then, yeah, I'm sorry, this was recently she posted it. This is the repost right here, though, at the bottom. She posted this July 14th of 2017. It says, when Kanye West says Jay-Z has murderers, believe me, he's got people killed. Okay? She said he's got people killed, so please pay attention. I find it all so interesting. Now, with that all being said, hold on, what is going on here? Hold on, beloveds. Okay. Why won't this get off the screen? Hold on. Oh. Okay, I'm tripping. Hold on. Let me scroll down. I was like, why won't this get off the screen? I mistakenly was thinking I was showing it from my email, but I'm not. I'm showing it from an upload. Okay, so she said that Kanye said that Jay-Z had killers. And then she said it's true. So what does this woman know about him at the end of the day? And here's the footage of Kanye actually saying that. Please pay attention.
Here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success, my own career. I've been sent here to give y'all the truth. Jay-Z called me, bro. You still ain't called me. Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them out my head. Just call me.
Y'all like that painting, that sketch of Jay-Z? I thought it was very accurate. So you see that? I want y'all to pay attention and think about this. If you all remember when Kanye was on Drink Champs, the same time that he said something about Meek and Diddy, and he said they were feds, and he also said Jay-Z, remember? And then he said, y'all can't say nothing. He said, I ain't killed nobody. Y'all remember Kanye said that, right? Alluding to the fact that they have obviously killed somebody. All right? So please pay attention. But hold on. And this is another thing Liz Crokin posted. She said when Kanye, I already showed that. When Kanye says Jay-Z has murderers, I believe he's talking about the people who killed Cathy White. Okay? I believe he's talking about the people who killed Cathy White. And then she says it's only a matter of time before spirit cooking Jay-Z is exposed like Diddy. There's a reason Kanye said Jay's got murderers. I would know. He's evil to the core. I pray there will be justice for Cathy White one day. The false idols will continue to fall. Mark my words. Okay, and you all see that she called him spirit cooking Jay-Z? Yeah, because you can't tell me that they don't engage in spirit cooking, because that lady that he was with, okay, Marina Abramovic, remember I told you all about her? She does that so-called spirit cooking allegedly. Yeah, and why is Jay-Z all up on her? And she was in his video and all of that, okay? And him and Beyonce be going to her parties and all that stuff. That lady is sick, okay? And satanic as far as I'm concerned. But that's who y'all are hanging out with. But you know, some of y'all love Jay-Z. Some of our people just love him, okay? Went in on me one time when I called him out in 2018 because I've been calling him out. All right, please pay attention. And then here's an up close. Here's an up close, so maybe you all can see this picture better from when they were in the club. Now you can see them a little better. There's Jay-Z right there looking like a camel. And there's Diddy. Yeah, right? Now, with that all being said, and here's the journalist. Hold on. I think I have a picture of the journalist. Hold on. Let me just double check real quick. Okay, I guess I didn't upload that, but I actually had a picture of the journalist, Crokin, who's saying all this stuff because they need to keep her safe, honey. Okay, they need to keep her safe because you know how they do when people start talking, when people start saying things against the narrative. All right, so please pay attention. Please pay attention. And like I told you all, remember, let's not forget that video where I showed you all those different people that allegedly got blackballed because they had problems. Jay-Z and Beyonce allegedly had issues with them. All right. Lil X said he does look like one. Of course he does. Exactly. Wavy though said Jay-Z looks like the camel from the cigarette box. Yes, exactly. Those are the ones I'm talking about. That's the camel I'm talking about. All right. He's giving me those weird looking fish with big mouths. You mean a big mouth bass? Because that's clearly what he looks like too. Please pay attention. Now I want you to think about this. If Beyonce announced that she was pregnant, and then if that young lady was pregnant, well, I'm pretty sure that would be incentive to get rid of her, okay? And I'm not saying he did or had it done, but that's what I think. I find it very interesting that just within 48 hours, just a little over 48 hours of that woman telling him that she was going to the tabloids and that she was going to expose the affair, that she turns up dead under mysterious circumstances, and that they ruled it as a suspicious death. Okay? So I find that interesting. I find that all very interesting. And another thing is, even when they said she had an aneurysm, you all do know that there are things they can put in your drink to make you have an aneurysm, because that's what they did to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Please pay attention. Okay, that's what they did to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. So Clinton said the accuracy of the sketch was uncanny. Y'all are crazy. Okay, so now let's look at this video of Tyrin Turner one more time so I can get my laugh on, and then we're going to get into the nefariousness of Diddy and his hatred for Tupac. All right, so everyone get the likes up. Let me cue the video. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Queen, she also had trauma to her head. Yes, I remember that. Sophie says, you're right, Queen. They showed that on a show called Blacklist. Oh, really? I never even heard of that show, and I need to find it. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, crazy. Eric Ford says, wasn't she with the band Roots? Yeah, exactly. I think she was. Absolutely. Okay, so anyway, Terry Hartford said, allegedly. I know that's right. Okay. So anyway, with that all being said, now let's talk about Tyrin Turner. You all know who Tyrin Turner is. Tyrin Turner is the guy who played Kane in Minister Society, which is a hood classic, right? Well, he was on Art of the Dialogue, and shout out to the Art of the Dialogue once again for an excellent interview. But he was on there, and he was questioned about his alleged zesty relationship with Jamie Foxx. And you know what he said, quite frankly, I'm just going to be honest. What he said in response to the allegations and the question asked was, quite frankly, hilarious to me. Okay? What's hilarious to me? I mean, he started stuttering and stammering, and then he seemed like he was deflecting and gaslighting a little bit, because he started talking about Will Smith, and he started talking about Danny Boy. I already told you all about Danny Boy months ago, that he alleged that Mary J did things to him when he was underage, like 16. And then, you know, he came out as gay and all that stuff. And so he brings up Danny Boy and then starts talking about Will Smith and the accusations against him. And I'm like, now, even though I believe the interviewer asked him something about it, but he just went in on that. And I'm like, are you trying to evade this issue of them saying these things about you and Jamie Foxx? Because I have several questions. Okay, now, I don't know what him and Jamie Foxx had going on, and nor do I care. I'm just reporting the news. But what I will say is that if someone asked me, Queen, do you have an asexual relationship going on with a so-and-so? We'll just say Felicia, a female. I'm going to say, no, of course not. I don't date women. That's what I would have said, but hey, that's just me. But what I wouldn't start saying is, well, you know, Ellen DeGeneres is gay, and she used to go with Anne Hatch, and you know, they said that so and so is gay, but I don't know anything about that much, and that's what I wouldn't do. That's what I absolutely wouldn't do. Okay, I just find it. Oh, Dan said not Felicia Queen. I just find it all so suspicious. But I'm going to let you all listen to this and you all draw your own conclusions because I'm not the one to ever paint narratives, okay? Everyone's opinion is welcome. Just tell me what you all think.
Suge Knight, you know, a few months ago, you know, he posted a video of you on his verified Twitter. And, you know, he had a wild caption with it, man. He said that she was Jamie Foxx's ex. How you feel about him saying that, man?
Yeah, come on, man. Like, first of all, I don't know, you know, I don't think me and Suge have, I thought we squashed it, whatever that was. So I'm thinking that's what it is. So, and then I heard earlier, you know, that his thing was hacked or whatever, his Twitter was hacked. So I'll give you, you know, if Suge wanted to talk to me, he know how to contact me. He contacted me the last time we had an issue, an altercation. So he figured out how to get to me. So I'm sure he would, you know, I'm sure there's some kind of jail phone in there that kind of could, you know, reach to me. But yeah, he said something like that. So me and Jamie have been like, you know, brothers and best friends for like years. So what people don't understand is that we do a lot of business together. So you may have seen us a lot around, you know, we probably at the house coming up with ideas and stuff like that. Actually, we got a television show called Alert, you know what I mean, that we created, you know what I mean, that actually will be airing March 5th on Tuesday. So you know how it go when you dealing with people want to throw the gay rumor. It's always somebody always got to be gay in the world. Like, but you know, hey, I know what I you know what I'm saying? I know what I like. So you feel me? I wouldn't have thought that he would have that kind of, you know, situation because I'm like, we in a different world. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. You know what I mean? It's like cool. Like even you know, Danny Boy got a book. He came out and said who he was. You know, he wasn't ashamed of it. He just said what it was. So and seeing that was somebody that Suge signed, and they were like, that was like his I guess son or whatever. Like I don't know if he claimed him as his son or whatever, but they were close. So I would think that he wouldn't have a problem, and maybe he didn't at the time. Danny Boy didn't come out or whatever that was about whatever his sexual preference is. You know, Danny Boy is a friend of mine, so this is I love Danny Boy. He's cool, but he came out with a book and he came out and just kind of shared who he was. So I would have never thought in a million years that Suge would say that, would put something out there like that or somebody being gay like that, especially in the time that we living in where it's okay. I had an uncle that was gay. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with it. So it's like really corny.
Yeah, they be doing the same thing with Dwayne Martin and Will. They be spreading that rumor, you know, saying that they be messing around. They was in a relationship. So, you know, yeah.
I heard, like, I've met Will. Will has always been cool, chill. You know what I mean? I don't know the other side or whatever they think that or whatever the alleged things are. You know what I'm saying? I heard the little assistant dude come on and say something about some you know, anal situation, you know, whatever that anal stuff, whatever that is. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying I heard what the dude said, but for me, Will Smith ain't never, like, he's always been cool, a cool person. I don't know that side. And I know there's always two sides to a story, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know that side. I know there's a back side, but that's not the side I know. This is my thing. To actually open a door and walk in on something, did they try to run or jump? Like, you just can't. That's a lot of stuff that have to be going on to see somebody on a set somewhere and they're that comfortable where you just like, man, we're gonna do it right here. Like, what? Like, who takes that type of chance? So that was just kind of weird that you could just bust in on somebody on a set and just see them making man on man love. Just a little weird.
Yeah, that was a wild story, man. But you and Jamie Foxx, I always knew that y'all was like best friends, but how did y'all meet, man?
Well, we met like 20 something years ago. We just, we just shared the same kind of energy. Like, I was funny, he was funny. I did an episode of In Living Color. And we just kind of like, it was just like a natural kind of brotherly kind of thing. We just kind of actually just bonded. Like it was crazy. And I helped him write his stand up, you know what I'm saying? It's one of his stand up tours. I wrote like the majority of that, and he kind of trusted my my instincts. So the friendship is just more like, we get money together. You know what I mean? We playing sports. We like to hang out. We do a lot of the same thing.
How is himself, man?
Oh, he's in great great shape. You know what I mean? He's cool. He had a little scare, but he got over that. He got over that fast. He went to his little rehab and whatever, and he back. He back. Me personally, it was just like more stress, more. He just had a lot that he was going through, and it just like some kind of weird nervous breakdown kind of thing where he just like, because he was just overworked, and it just went bad, and he just he blanked out. You know what I mean? But it wasn't nothing like overly major to me. He just be Jamie. He's dramatic a little bit. We actors. I'm not saying the whole thing was an act, but it wasn't totally like, you know what I mean, super crazy, nothing crazy like that.
Woo, honey. Tiptoeing around the tulips was a person. He needs to sit down somewhere. I mean, he clearly was tiptoeing and tap dancing all around that question. He said all of that. So when he could have simply said no. He could have said no comment. He could have said, wait a second, I'll be back. And excused himself to the restroom and left out the back door. Even that would have been better than this. Dan said he forgot the original question. Terry Harper said it's the Liberace of it all. Liberace for real. Woo, honey, my stomach hurts after that. I mean, he went on and on and on. He was clearly babbling, so all I'm saying. Ooh, honey. This is all nefarious. Why did he say all of that? He made it so much worse, okay? He made it so much worse. First of all, I never even knew that him and Suge Knight had a beef. Did any of you? When he said, I know, I thought me and Suge squashed it. I didn't think he would ever, and then they say it's instant. His Twitter got hacked. And so, why would he put something like that out there? I mean, that's just corny. I mean, hey, it's nothing wrong with it. I mean, at the end of the day, and then, Danny Boy, he came out and said he's gay. And he wrote a book about what? Talk about ninja splaining. All crazy. Now that was hilarious. Jeff ATS said the rainbow community will welcome you with open arms. Now, as I think about it, imagine the irony of them having him eat a banana on Belly. And here's something else. This is a fun fact. When he wore that wig in Belly, he said in an interview that I saw years ago that was his idea. They didn't ask him to wear that darn wig. He asked them. He said that was his idea to wear the wig. And now I think I know why. Please pay attention. And eating a banana, that was probably his idea too. He doesn't have those soup cooler lips for nothing, is all I'm saying. Please pay attention. Oh, but I digress. Oh, Durana said, not a wig. Yes, you remember when he was in Belly, he had on that bob wig, or was it a flip? Yeah, he had on a wig, honey. And I was like, why the hell they make Kane wear a wig? Well, he said that was his idea. I absolutely cannot. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Then sitting there eating a banana, honey. He needs to sit all the way down. Yes, Queen. I saw that. He said in another interview, the banana was his idea too. The banana was his idea too. Lord, he was telling on himself a long time ago. He was telling himself a long time ago. But seriously, though, now the interviewer asked him a simple question. You know, he could have just said, you know, I don't really get into rumors. Oh, that's all lies. This dude did a whole soliloquy. Okay? He gave a whole book report of information. This is all so crazy. Then he started talking about Danny Boy and all that. Like, dude, we're asking you. And I love how the interviewer, after he said all of that and went in on Will and all of that, and then he said, yeah, it's kind of weird. And the interviewer was like, yeah, it is kind of weird. So, what about you and, you know, I always felt like you and Jamie. Went right back to you and Jamie, like Ninja. We're talking about you. I love it. I absolutely love it. He needs to sit down somewhere is all I'm saying. Okay, so now let's get into these receipts on the nefarious Diddy. All right. First things first, I'm going to play this audio of Gene Deal. Talking about the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod and talking about how Diddy used his own son to go out and pick up these workers. Okay, and shout out once again to the Art of Dialogue. I be using all this man's receipts. Let me tell y'all something. If anybody wants to talk about me using their receipts, it should be him. Fake Nancy Drew needs to sit down somewhere, okay? I'm using this man's receipts almost every darn day. But I shut him out. And you all make sure you follow his channel, all right? So here we go.
Got a history of doing that. One thing I did see in this lawsuit, you know, Lil Rod, he alleges that, you know, Diddy's son Justin was helping Diddy, you know, get underage girls. And I guess he was bringing them to parties. You know anything about that?
I think Justin is the boy that could do it, if anybody. Him or either Quincy. You understand? Justin is a pretty boy. You understand? He look young. He around that age, what, he about 25, 26 years old? So I don't know about underage, you know, but it's a possibility because you know those girls 16, 15 years old, they gonna like that light skin, that curly hair. You understand? Man, listen here. We got girls that's what you call them, video vixens. And I ain't gonna mention no names because I don't want to hear it. They say they were sneaking into parties at 15 and 16 years old. So why you think 15 and 16-year-olds ain't sneaking in the Diddy party? So Lil Rod, if he having conversations with him, he may say, yo, how old are you or something like that? Somebody say, I'm like 16, I'm 15. Somebody had to tell him their age for him to know. Who you came here with? I came here with Justin. So what did that say?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. And looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he alleges that, you know, Diddy promised him a Grammy if he participated in homosexual activity.
I read that, man. You understand? And what kind of power do you have when you can promise somebody a Grammy award? Who are you doing something with, or who do you know that can promise? Beyonce can't. Did Beyonce get a Grammy for anything? Did she get a Grammy for an album or anything like that? Has she got a Grammy? She got Grammys before, right?
Yeah, she got Grammys, but she never got one for Album of the Year, though.
Right. So if she never got a Grammy for Album of the Year, and Diddy could promise a producer, if he's in a homosexual act, that he could give him a Grammy, what kind of power, who he doing, or what he know that he could get that done? That's some kind of spooky shit, bruh. No disrespect. That's real spooky. If he could promise somebody. And good thing the kid didn't believe him, because if the kid would have believed him, he might have got his booty hole tore up. So my whole thing about it is, listen here, man. He has to have some real power, but he showed us his power. Remember at the BET Awards? Remember when they was trying to go to commercial? And he said, nah, we not go. Whoever done that, bruh? Whoever stopped the people from going to commercial? Nobody ever did that but Diddy, bruh. So he had some kind of power at one time. We don't know if he still got that power, but at the BET Awards, when they wanted to go to commercial, he did not allow them to go to commercial. So evidently, he knows somebody, or he doing somebody, or somebody doing him, allegedly.
You talking about when he was giving that speech at the BET Awards for the Lifetime Achievement Award?
When he gave his speech, he just kept going, bro. He just kept going and wouldn't stop. And he said, it don't matter how much it costs. We're going to keep going. And they wouldn't even go to commercial.
Okay, so there you have it. There you have it. Now, using his own son, how scandalous is that? But now let's talk about him hating on Tupac, because he was clearly obsessed with Tupac and copied everything he did. And we're about to listen to it. And then I'm going to show the receipts. Okay? Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds.
Puff took Tupac blueprint and changed Biggs and Bad Boy in image. I Get Around, talked about how fly you was, how many girls you mess with, how many cars you drive, how much money you got, what you willing to do. He took his image. Pac was the first one on the scene wearing Versace shirts. He went and got the same Versace shirts Pac had. Which, all right, some dudes would do that. You would never catch me wearing something else, something that somebody else got. He was knocking down all the women that he thought Pac was knocking down. And what I mean is having sex with them. Why would you want to have sex with women you know for sure a dude that was once cool with you was dealing with? That's that image. Because you got to realize, bruh, Puff and Pac was cool at one time. We know this. Mopreme said that they was going to sign the Bad Boy. So if he's going to sign to Bad Boy, it was because of Corey and them. I put that picture on the internet. I put the picture on my channel of Corey Jones. Just Corey Jones, Corey Jacobs? I think Corey Jacobs and Pac right next to each other. Those was the real bad boys of Bad Boy. You understand? Those are the one who got the 16 to life sentencing. That Pac was going to go and be with them first. But then Mopreme said when it became just Big and Puff, because Corey and them went to jail, he changed his direction. But nobody know why Pac and Puff fell out like they did. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody know why. But Puff had an obsession with him for whatever reason it was, because he started wanting to act. He started wanting to rap. He had an obsession so bad that at his Grammy Award winning speech, he used the same speech that Pac used. That shit is crazy. So when I say I'm obsessed with talking about Puff and telling y'all the truth, who's obsessed with who? Pac had Sarah before Puff. Allegedly, he had Sally before Puff. And Kim had an obsession or liked Pac so much, she on the red carpet with Tupac shirt on. Who's obsessed with who?
So you believe Diddy, he only got with Sarah Chapman because Pac, he had her at one point.
And it was a bet in the office. Sarah was messing with an NBA basketball player. Puff bet all the niggas didn't believe that he could get it within 2 weeks. $100. So she actually was a $100 bet that he got.
And who was the NBA player?
I think it was Gary Payton, allegedly. That's what he said. Somebody said, she messed with Gary Payton? I bet you I get it. I bet you I have it within 2 weeks. Me and him and Sarah went to this party in Chicago that he was hosting with the Streets Entertainment. And we went to the store called Cranberry and I forgot Cranberry, and it's one of those stores like you get fragrance and you get candles, colognes and stuff like that. It's called Cranberry and something. And from that point on, yeah. But you got to realize Misa and Kim was friends. Misa and Kim was friends. He started dealing with Kim over Misa. Kim and Sarah was friends. I mean, hand to hand, pots and pans. They was close. They all used to, Sarah, Kim, and this other girl, I think she was from Atlanta. What's her name? It missed me right now. But they all used to hang together. So then he went from Kim to Sarah. And he liked to do the friend thing. It looked like that.
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business?
Okay, so you all heard it. Clearly a hater. Now let me show the receipts of everything he said. He said Diddy copied Pac's Versace shirts, Exhibit A. And here's the copy. See, let me tell you all something about people who copy you, who imitate you, right? And he even used Pac's same Grammy speech. Who does that? Well, that's what haters do. Okay, fake Nancy Drew. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Anytime somebody's copying somebody, they're always a hater. That's just what it is. Now, with that all being said, Pac dated Sarah Chapman first. Okay? You can see she's older when she's dating Diddy. And Pac dated Sally Richardson first. Couldn't find any pictures of her and Diddy together. But alas, so he told no lies. And Kim Porter likes Tupac. And she did wear a shirt with his face on it. Now, let me pull that up real quick. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Here we go. Ha! And she was there with Diddy and her son Quincy with Tupac's shirt on. And, you know, word has it, rumor has it, this is alleged, but that's part of the reason. It has been alleged by some people that that's part of the reason why he used to beat on Kim, because he didn't like the fact that she was a fan of Pac. And if you pay attention, she had a whole bunch of stuff, Tupac's pictures and everything on her Instagram. How do you think Diddy felt about that? Okay, and so, but hold on. Here's Gene Deal talking about it on another occasion.
Bruh, all the people in the industry know at one time, Pac and Puff was like this. Do you understand that? Pac and Puff was cool. They was cool enough where they became enemies. Do you understand that? Whatever happened between them two, it made them become enemies of each other. Where Pac didn't trust him no more, and where Puff idolized some of the things that he was doing. So, whatever they may have done, and you got to remember, they was all swingers. It came to the point where him and Pac wasn't cool no more at all. And maybe Kim liked him, Pac, more than he liked Puff. But she couldn't have Pac. And Pac didn't have the money that Puff had. So she went where she was going to be taken care of.
Y'all heard it. Hold on. I forgot to upload one more receipt. So I'm going to send it to my email real quick. And then we're going to listen to what Mopreme Shakur said, Tupac's brother. Now, Mopreme said that Diddy called him one time trying to ninja explain that he didn't have nothing to do with Pac's murder. I just want y'all to pay attention. Okay? I just want y'all to pay attention. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, here we go. That's a picture of Pac and Diddy because they were friends at one time. Okay, they were friends at one time. And why did they fall out? Well, because Pac realized that Diddy was nothing but a hater. And Diddy wanted Pac the whole time, just so y'all know. He wanted Pac the whole time. He wanted Pac in them freak offs, and it wasn't happening. Okay, please pay attention. It's exactly what it was, okay? That's exactly what it was. But hold on. Now, let me pull this up. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Why Tupac's brother reveals the reasons behind the Shakur family's hatred towards Diddy. All right. In a recent article, Tupac Shakur's brother Mopreme Shakur opened up about the strained relationship between the Shakur family and Sean Diddy Combs. Mopreme revealed that the family has a deep dislike for Diddy. And I can't wait for him to go to prison. Stemming from the events surrounding Tupac's death and their perception of how Diddy handled the situation. So according to Mopreme, the animosity began when Tupac was shot multiple times in 1994. Now, at the time, Shakur believed that Diddy, his then friend and collaborator, had knowledge of the attack beforehand. And yes, he did. Okay, let's not forget that he, Diddy, that is, and Andre Harrell and Jimmy the Henchman were at the studio plotting, allegedly. I already reported this to you before months ago. All right, so this suspicion only intensified when Tupac was fatally gunned down in 1996, as Shakur's family alleged that Diddy failed to protect him or provide adequate security. Mopreme explained that the family's anger towards Diddy comes from their belief that he had a hand in Tupac's murder, or at the very least, knew about it in advance. Yes, of course he did. And it's all going to be proven. I want you all to pay attention, because when Dwayne Keith D. Davis goes to court, he goes to trial November the 4th because his attorney got it pushed back. So he's going to trial November the 4th. And let's just wait and see what all comes out. Now, it goes on to say, while Shakur's mother, Afeni, initially did not hold any ill feelings towards Diddy, she changed her stance after she started investigating her son's death more closely. Mopreme stated that the family even confronted Diddy about their suspicions, but felt that he was not forthcoming with the truth. Furthermore, Mopreme discussed the infamous song Hit 'Em Up, in which Tupac verbally attacked numerous individuals, including Diddy and his close associate, the Notorious B.I.G. Mopreme clarified that while the song may have caused tensions between the two parties, its creation was a result of an escalating feud between Tupac and Biggie and Diddy's association with the latter. Mopreme emphasized that the Shakur family's dislike for Diddy extends beyond just their personal experiences with him. They also believe that he represents the commercialization and exploitation of hip-hop, which Tupac vehemently opposed. According to Mopreme, Tupac saw Diddy as part of the corporate machinery, that disregarded the true essence of the genre in favor of financial gain. And this is all true. In conclusion, Mopreme Shakur revealed the reasons behind the Shakur family's despise for Diddy, stemming from suspicions of surrounding Tupac's shooting and subsequent murder. And the family believes that Diddy may have been involved or had prior knowledge of the tragic events. And furthermore, the resentment is exasperated by Diddy's association with the Notorious B.I.G. and the perceived commercialization of hip-hop that he represents. The family has confronted Diddy over their suspicions, but feels that he has not been forthcoming. So that's what they said in conclusion. Now, with that all being said, let's go to this, because I'm going to let y'all see what Diddy said too. But hold on. Let me go to the one with Mopreme. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Here we go.
The boy Puffy called me though. Puffy called me back in the day. He called me. He was like, "I just want you to know I ain't have nothing to do with your brothers. I know who you are, but we never met. And I just want to call you man to man, let you know that I ain't have nothing to do with your brother's death." Now, why was he calling me, reaching out to me? Because LA Times had just dropped, it was in the early 2000s. LA Times had just dropped an article in the newspaper implicating him as well. I told him I appreciate the call, but the truth is yet to come out, so we gonna see.
And I remember that article, man. And the guy that wrote that article, he actually did a few Tupac interviews when Tupac was still living. So, yeah, that's crazy, man. So Puffy, he called you trying to plead his innocence.
Well, him and I think him and C's was on the radio out here, and Big Boy, shout out to Big Boy. He hit me up. He was like, "Yo, man, Puffy, see, they want to talk to you about the whole situation about your brother." And, especially back then, I wanted all the information I could get. And I heard what he said, but, this shit been so chaotic. I ain't know which way to go until you find out more information. And yeah, that was the early 2000s.
Did Little C say anything to you?
Not that I recall.
Yeah, that sounds like a guy that's guilty, man. Him calling you trying to plead his innocence.
Yeah, man, he could have been trying to cover his ass, or he could have been sincere. We gonna see.
It's just too many attachments to Diddy, man. At some point, you got to start looking like, yo, what's going on? I mean, when Tupac got shot at Quad, they was talking about Diddy. When Tupac got killed in Vegas, they was talking about Diddy. At some point, man, you got to start looking at them like, yo, what's going on, yo?
Yeah, and you got people like Kading is out, doing interviews and talking about, it be feeling like he got sympathy for Puffy because he was scared. Yeah, he was scared. Yes, I agree. I do agree that he was probably terrified for his life. So if that is the case, it's also quite feasible that he put up money to get Pac killed. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's weird. But we gonna see. Time will tell. And on top of it, he had his own problems with Suge, before Pac. So, yeah, I get it. You should be scared, nigga. But hey, like I said, man, Pac would have boxed him. Pac would have loved to beat his ass in the ring, raise some money, and give it to the hood. It ain't have to be like this.
Okay, it didn't have to be like that, but that's how it is when it's a hater. Okay, that's why you can never trust haters. All right, they are the biggest snakes ever. And I want you all to pay attention because the first murder in the Bible that they spoke of was Cain killing his own brother Abel, and that was all due to jealousy. Okay, all right, haters, you can never trust them. But let me continue. Now, that all being said, I'm going to play this audio or the video of Diddy talking about the song "Hit 'Em Up." Okay, how it bothered him so. And let me just tell you all this. I told them that they were going to kill Tupac when that song "Hit 'Em Up" came out. I knew it in my spirit. Okay, let's not forget I'm prophetic. I was very concerned, and I told them that. And that's how I've always known that Diddy had something to do with it. It's low down self. And I want y'all to pay attention. And let me say another thing too. The fact that Diddy has never been brought in for questioning, been arrested or any of that in Tupac's murder after all of these decades, that speaks volumes because I absolutely believe that he's a whole Fed. And you see, there was a book written, Why the Feds Killed Tupac. Now, the information in that book and the fact that I do believe Diddy works with the feds, and I absolutely think that's why he's never been arrested. Okay. And another thing, that magazine publication, Street Kings, I think that was the name of it. I'm not sure. But anyway, the publication that said something about Diddy being involved in it. Well, at the end of the day, they had to retract that. Yeah, they had to retract it. By whose orders? All right. Diddy is so, and this is why he's always felt like he can just do whatever he wants. This is why he felt like he could hit his son's coach. This is why he felt like he could do that. This is why he felt he could beat all those women. And I want you all to pay attention to something. Now, let's not forget that I showed you all, I did a video like a month ago. If you all remember, it was like maybe 2 months ago about Nicki Minaj. And I was telling you all how Nicki in her Queen documentary was talking about somebody beating her, being physically abusive to her. Okay, y'all know she was talking about Meek Mill, right? That's what she was talking about. And let's not forget that I played you the audio of this guy that was friends with Meek at one point saying that Meek spits in a girl's face. Spit on her because they were in the store and he didn't have all his money or something. He had like $2,000 and he wanted her to loan him $6,000 to pay for his crap. And she wouldn't do it. So he went to going off on her and spit on her and then left her on the side of the road or tried to put her out the car or something. Yeah. So the reason I brought that up is because Diddy has a history of allegations against him for putting his hands on women. Allegedly breaking Kim Porter's nose. Let's not forget. Beating the crap out of Cassie. His baby moms and all these women he's dealt with. And here's the thing. So when you look at the facts, we all know that Diddy is zesty. Okay. Now it is apparent to me, and I can't substantiate it, but it's apparent to me that Meek is likely zesty. So I told you all before months ago, if you all remember, put ones in the chat, that I told you all that these down low men, they beat their women because deep down inside, they don't want to be with women. They use women for their ego and to simply keep up appearances. But what they really crave is the affections of a man. And they don't want to just come out and say it. So when they have women in their lives, they will put hands on them over any little thing because they really don't care for them like that in the first place. Please pay attention. Okay? Please pay attention. That's what that is. And I told you all that. And then what do we know? All this stuff starts coming up out of the woodwork. All right? So with that all being said, see y'all putting ones. Y'all remember I told you all that. Okay, so now with that all being said, let's go to the audio or the video of Diddy and what he said about the song "Hit 'Em Up." Here we go.
And it's ours to control, ours to bless, and it's ours to F up too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with you being such a staple in hip hop, when you look at the climate of just like the Pusha T's and Drake, when you see this kind of thing going on, is that good for hip hop, or you think that it had its run?
I'm gonna say it for you this way: it's hip hop, and it shouldn't change. People should be able to have verbal competition and sparring, or else we wouldn't have had that. You know, when you see that footage I put out on Biggie rapping on his corner, yeah. That wouldn't have been there. Hip hop wouldn't have even been born if it wasn't for battle rapping. You know what I'm saying? You know, but right now, sometimes when we get into the battle rapping and it gets to bringing other people involved and getting male egos and female egos involved, then I think it gets away from the art of it. But like the little jabs and the clever stuff and where it's at, and I loved the Pusha T Drake battle. Like that was the best one of them all to me. You know what I'm saying? And I you know, being responsible, I made sure I spoke to them and was like, yo, y'all just doing this on record. Yeah. You know, but you know, as you can see, it got too personal. I spoke to both of them.
But who did you speak to first? Like what side?
I spoke to Pusha because remember, I had dropped that I said Pusha's album was a masterpiece. So I spoke to Pusha, and then you know, Drake claimed was something the next day. Then I bumped into Drake in Miami. And then, you know, I just made sure that you know, just being responsible. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just being a responsible older brother, like, you know, let's y'all, your careers are going great. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing your best work. The battle is dope, you know, but let's stay focused that we family. Yeah. Let's not be family. That's corny.
And Drake listens to you, right?
And Drake listens to, I guess, his crew, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and Jay Prince, and that's who he should listen to. And I just give advice. I don't know who listens to me.
But and yours come from a real place too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I would definitely, if Diddy said this, I would be like, yep, you know what? Real talk.
Yeah, they asked me a question today about, you know, Drake not responding, and I had to tell him, like, you know, I respected it, because but like when we had got hit with Hit 'Em Up, I had to make the call of Biggie, and I said we're not gonna respond. Somebody's gonna get hurt if we respond, you know. And so I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but you know, I could understand that perspective because Tupac hit us with Hit 'Em Up, and that joint was cold. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to that. You know, we were actually like throwing people's turntables. A DJ would play that. We would just end the party and just
take that off.
No, we would take the turntable. We would take your turntables. You played Hit 'Em Up. You know what I'm saying? That's how cold that thing hurt to this day. You know what I'm saying? And then when Jay-Z, I know Jay-Z and Nas, they friends, but that's if you hear Ether coming out the joint, I still feel a way. I mean, I never felt the way with Hit 'Em Up. You know what I'm saying? I never felt a way with it because I really laughed at it the way I was portrayed in the video. I saw the fun in it, but you know, I'm not gonna play it at my birthday party.
Right? Yeah. Put that on. Get no Diddy, I love you, man. We got Diddy in the neighborhood.
Hey, yo, hold on.
Oh, I absolutely cannot. He is such a liar. Said he didn't feel a way. He thought it was funny how they portrayed him. He was so mad. It was at that moment that he hatched a nefarious plan to kill Tupac. I just want y'all to pay attention. I'm telling you all, I saw it in a vision. So at the end of the day, he absolutely had something to do with it, okay? Absolutely. It's not alleged. I'm saying he did. I'm saying he did. And it's all going to come out in the wash when Dwayne Keefe Davis goes to trial. All right? Dirty devil. I hate Diddy. I'm telling you, if it's anybody on this earth that I hate, it's Diddy. I wish him the worst. So anyway, with that all being said, I'm about to conclude this broadcast. Oh, I'm sorry. I have one more thing to show you guys. Hold on. This is a brief clip of Tupac saying that he knew that Diddy had something to do with him being shot at Quad Studios. Hold on, let me go to that real quick. Y'all see how I be forgetting receipts? Hold on. Okay, here we go.
So, do you think Puffy was involved in the shooting?
Only they can answer that question. Right. I have my own opinion, but I wouldn't slander their name like they did mine. Right. I wouldn't say things that I knew, you know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have proof, things that I could say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. Right. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. Right. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody.
And let me say this. This is why I believe that it was a concerted effort between Diddy and the feds. This is my opinion. Now, the reason I believe the feds were involved is for the simple fact, the information in that book was very compelling, and also for the fact that they were allegedly following Tupac. Okay, there was allegedly over 4,000 pages of information on Tupac collected by the feds, allegedly. All right, and they were supposedly following him, allegedly. So how are you following this man, conducting surveillance on him and all of this, but y'all don't know who took his life? Yeah. I absolutely think Diddy has always been working with the feds, and Jay-Z too. That's just what I think. That's just what I think. And I could be wrong, but then again, I could be absolutely right. Please pay attention. So Diddy works for the feds, says Tal. I'm just telling you, I think he does. I don't know if he does or not, but Kanye would know better than I do. And Kanye said that he was a fed. He called Diddy, Meek, and Jay-Z the feds on Drink Champs. And I was thinking Diddy was working for the feds long before that. So now I really think so. Okay? That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day. And y'all don't find it suspicious? Hold on. Let me just go to this video for those of you who missed it. Let's just get into it real quick. And then I'm out of here. Okay? Then I'm out of here. But let's just go to this video real quick. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Okay, give me a second because I'm going to have to scroll through these to look for it real quick. Hold on. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here it is right here. Now, you all pay attention to this for those of you who missed the broadcast and didn't see this TikTok. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. Some people believe that Jay-Z funded the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, and they have a good reason for thinking so. So let's get into it. Now, R. Kelly says that during the Best of Both Worlds tour, Jay-Z became very envious of him because he was the higher paid performer. And this animosity, he claims, led to Jay-Z deliberately causing lighting issues and technical issues or getting people to do so. Also, he says there were threats against him and says that there were even threats to have the promoters kick him off of the tour. He says one night someone in the audience pointed a weapon at him and he had to flee the stage. When he was given the all clear by the security guards and tried to return to the stage, well, Jay-Z's friend, Tyrin Smith, actually maced him. Please pay attention. This man pictured with Jay-Z is the man who supposedly sprayed R. Kelly with the mace. Now, he was treated at the hospital and then released. But after that whole incident, which occurred at the Madison Square Garden, well, the promoters, Atlanta Worldwide Touring, they fired R. Kelly. Now, this was in the middle of a 40-city tour that had been plagued with cancellations. R. Kelly then went on to file a $75 million breach of contract lawsuit against Jay-Z, and Jay-Z countersued. Now, his countersuit was dismissed. Afterwards, Jay-Z had to settle with R. Kelly for an undisclosed amount of cash. And I'm sure this would tick anyone off, especially someone with an ego as big as Jay-Z's. Please pay attention. During the incident at Madison Square Garden, when R. Kelly wasn't allowed to return to the stage, Jay-Z went out and hyped up the crowd and told them, "One monkey don't stop no show."
I really tried to hold this thing together. I really tried. I was really patient. I was really freaking patient. I'm telling you, just you know how it goes. One monkey don't stop a show, I tell you.
After that incident, both men would rush to Angie Martinez's show to give their sides of the story, which were very different. And the woman in the picture here is Dream Hampton. She's the one who is the executive producer of Surviving R. Kelly. Please pay attention.
He put his money behind a project that cost this man his life in prison. Well, could, because I got faith that R. Kelly gonna get out now.
I surely don't think it's a coincidence that the woman who executive produced Surviving R. Kelly is such good friends with Jay-Z. Please pay attention. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Hold on. That was actually the wrong video. Hold on. It was the video where Nicki was exposing Jay-Z and Beyonce about Megan. Hold on. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on, I'm almost there. Okay, it should be coming up soon. Hold on. I have so many TikToks. Hold on. I don't remember when I did that video. I don't think it was that long ago. I don't understand why I don't see it. Oh, here it is, right here in my face. Duh. Okay. Okay, here it is. This is the one that to me makes it even more obvious and plausible that Jay-Z works for the feds. Now, I'm not saying he does, but I think he does because Kanye West said it and because of this video right here. Please pay attention. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. The beef between Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion seems to have escalated, so much so that she's calling out the CEO of Roc Nation, Desiree Perez, and she just may expose Jay-Z as well. She seems to think, allegedly, that Jay-Z and Beyonce have tried to turn Meg Thee Stallion into a carbon copy of her. Let's get into it. Now, according to sources, Nicki has accused Jay-Z and Beyonce of buying streams for Meg Thee Stallion to increase her numbers, basically rigging the game against her. Please pay attention. In a post, Nicki referenced both Meg Thee Stallion and Desiree, the CEO of Roc Nation, saying, spending so much money, but she's the little broke independent artist. Desiree, you gotta let it go, baby. The world knows she's ASS and can't rap. Stop effing trying to make fetch happen. In another post, she says, in the next song, I'll delve into all the people Desiree allegedly fired for unknown reasons, other things as well. So many people were blindsided by her. Allegedly, she's willing to go broke to try to replace me. Hashtag fix it Jesus. Hashtag Bigfoot. Now, in Nicki's Queen doc, she opened up about an abusive relationship. Now, allegedly, sources are saying she was talking about Meek Mill and says that someone from Roc Nation called her and told her to take out the parts of the doc that included him. Please pay attention.
When
my mother would let my father be violent with her. And she always brings up the story as a little girl. I would stand in front of my mother and go like this. And I vowed, like, that's why I'm, like, maybe some people would describe me as abrasive or bitchy or whatever, because I vowed from that age, no man would ever abuse me, call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden, that was my life.
Now, there are some things about the CEO, Desiree Perez, that some of you may not know. So let's talk about it. Perez was the wife of longtime Jay-Z wingman Juan Perez, who is now the head of Roc Nation Sports. But in 1994, the Perez family was rounded up in a major investigation in South Florida. That year, 19 people, including Desiree Perez, were indicted in a federal investigation. After her arrest in 1994 for conspiracy with intent to distribute narcotics, Perez cooperated with the U.S. Attorney's Office and received a sentence of 5 years probation. Among other offenses, she was later charged with parole violation and served 9 months in prison in 1999. She was a whole federal informant. Please pay attention. But in the final hours of 45's presidency, he commuted 70 prison sentences and pardoned 73 people, one of whom was Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. Please pay attention. This is all nefarious. And let's not forget that when Jay-Z made the deal with the NFL and turned his back on Colin Kaepernick, he said, "I think we're past kneeling now." And when he said that, who was sitting right behind him other than Desiree Perez? And if you ask me, she looked clearly pressed. And I'm pretty sure it was because she likely had no idea what Jay-Z was going to say. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. Okay. So y'all saw that. Now, that lady was a whole federal informant, and she's the CEO of Roc Nation. All right. And then she's sitting right behind Jay-Z when he dissed Colin Kaepernick with his no good self. I want you all to pay attention because Jay-Z took that deal with the NFL, but 2 years prior told Jermaine Dupri not to do it because it wasn't a good look. But then he does it. Right. So he was probably plotting on JD the whole time. Jay-Z, in my opinion, is a snake. Nothing but a snake. Mad Dog Jack said, listen to Against All Odds. I've heard that song 1,000 times. All of Tupac's music. So with that all being said, Moore Sam said, I hate thugs. Okay. But at the end of the day, Claudette says, I remember. Okay. So Leonard said, damn. These people are all nefarious. Now, so I saw that someone said in the chat, I don't remember who it was, said that you heard that they had something to do with Pimp C's death. Well, I'm so glad you brought that up because you know what? I might do something on Pimp C and Prophecy. I might do something on them tomorrow. All right, so please pay attention. I might start going to dig up old bones. Nita and Mike's World said a camel face snack. You are terrible. Sierra said most of the time you have to be a snake to be that rich. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. And in case you all missed it, for those of you who did, I did a video about all these billionaires who've been accused of nefarious things. And I told you all, now I see why in the Bible, because I used to wonder when I was a teenager, why the Bible said that a rich man, that a camel should get through the eye of a needle before a rich man enters the kingdom of heaven. And I was like, what? Rich people can't go to heaven? Well, that's because many rich people, specifically billionaires, okay, they have engaged in much nefariousness to get to where they are. And someone told me years ago, when you're in the music industry and you start making a certain amount of money, you're in a certain tax bracket. Well, they told me exactly what you have to do to get there. Please pay attention. Okay, please pay attention. And I'm going to tell you all something else too before I go. I think I told you all about the guy that I know that went to college with me, and he's a Mason. And then he told me that he could bring me in as an Eastern Star and that because of my intellect and the way I speak and all of that, that I could be very powerful in the organization. And I told him, no, thank you, because I know that you all worship Satan. Okay, I know exactly what goes on in those rituals. And so then I was talking about it on Facebook one day back in 2018 or 19. I was talking about it on Facebook, just like I'm talking about it right now. And he got in my chats just to let me know that he saw me talking about it. I'm not even kidding. Okay. But see, unlike some people, I don't do anything for money, but some people absolutely will. Some people absolutely will. So with that all being said, I think Diddy did something to all his children. You know what? I wouldn't put anything past him. I mean, he did call Christians spicy. Who calls their son spicy? Who does that? Okay? Just crazy. Anyway, his days are numbered. He's going to prison, all right, on a one-way ticket. And I can't wait to see him go at the end of the day. Queen, you are your own star, and you don't need to join. Hold on, where'd that comment go? Darn it, I was reading that comment and the chat's moving so quick. Oh, you don't need to join in with the demons. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. I absolutely don't plan to. Okay, so with that all been said, here's one more thing I want you all to pay attention to. So that video that I did last night about the boxer, Ryan Garcia, shout out to those of you who went and watched the entire thing on the other platform where I posted the receipts. But let me say this. Another thing that man said, and I want y'all to pay attention. Do you all remember how the internet went down on ScrewTube and Facebook and Instagram? You all remember that? Yeah, he said that's why. He said he was the reason why, because that stuff he was saying. Now, I don't know if he said the truth or not, but that's what he said in the video. All right, that's what he said in the video, and I find it all suspicious. All right, I find it all suspicious because here's the thing. I happen to be on a live stream on my spiritual channel, and when I got off the stream, well, the entire time I'm streaming, it kept showing 0 views. And I'm thinking, why is it showing 0 views when there's people in the chat? And then when I finished it, it still said 0 views. So I'm wondering, why is there no views showing? And then so I got in the chat to ask ScrewTube what happened to the views. And they were just telling me all this BS. And I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't even make sense. They're like, oh, it takes 72 hours for the views to translate. I'm like, it does not take 72 hours. And that doesn't even make sense. And then the person, I was asking them so many questions because once I know you're lying, I'm going to keep asking you questions. I'm going to interrogate you. So I kept asking them so many questions until they finally went and got their supervisor and put the supervisor in the chat to talk to me. And then they started telling lies too. Okay. And so when I got off of the phone, I just so happened to call my dear sister, Lisa Cabrera, and I was telling her about it. And that's when she told me that ScrewTube, Instagram, and Facebook had all gone down and said that's likely why the views didn't transmit. And I was like, oh, but then I was thinking, but why didn't they just say that? Why didn't they just tell me that the system went down? Why telling all those lies? But now I think I know why. Now I think I know why. All right? That's all I'm saying. I find that also interesting. And then also, did you all know that they have the National Guard in the subways in New York? Because my friend called me and told me this yesterday. And then somebody sent me a video. Let me go to it real quick. They are in the subway, okay? National Guard. Now, they say it's because of a rise in crime. But if you ask the Queen, something nefarious might be afoot. Please pay attention. Y'all don't find that suspicious? Y'all don't find that suspicious? Okay. Why is the National Guard? Hey, Elder Barbara Rashawn, beloved. Y'all don't find that suspicious? Now, why on earth would they have all of those National Guardsmen armed to the teeth in the subway? And they're talking about they're trying to toughen up on crime. Well, here's a clue. If you want to toughen up on crime, or here's a thought, why don't you just go out and get rid of the gangs? I mean, you mean to tell me, and I want y'all to pay attention to the foolishness of it all. You mean to tell me that they cannot stop gang violence and get rid of gangs? I mean, how did they dismantle completely the Black Panther Party? All chapters across this country. But you mean to tell me they can't get rid of the Bloods and the Crips? They can't dismantle them? Well, of course they can. But you see, the gangs are the foot soldiers. All right? Yeah, that's just my opinion. The gangs are the foot soldiers. Do you all really think they want to get rid of gangs? Then why would they need to come and harass us in our own neighborhoods? I'm sorry. The gangs are the ones that keep the drugs running through our communities. They're the ones that do the drive-bys and all that. Okay? The ones out there committing most of the robberies and all that. Y'all really think they want to get rid of those gangs? Because I don't. I don't. And in fact, I've told you numerous of times since about 2019 or 2020 how Sheriff Alex Villanueva, well, he's the former sheriff now, but when he was the sheriff of the LA County Sheriff's Office, they literally had gangs in the police departments. The banditos and the executioners. And where did they get some of them? Well, the Latino members, they went and got them from the community. Real gang members, allegedly. And then, so I was told that if they didn't want to join, then they would harass them and make threats. So I find it also interesting. Do y'all really think they want to get rid of gangs? I don't. Because why are they still here? Why are they still here for the Black Panther Party? Okay. Yeah, they were dismantled. COINTELPRO. Y'all can't do that with gangs. Y'all can't get rid of gangs, but you can get rid of the Black Panther Party who created WIC, who created free lunch or free breakfast programs for kids. That's who y'all got rid of. But you can't get rid of the ones out here selling drugs on the corners, shooting, doing drive-bys where the elderly and the children get killed in some cases. Y'all can't do anything about that? Well, I find it all interesting. Yeah, they could do it if they wanted to. So I just have to wonder if they really want to, and which I think they absolutely don't. Now, every now and then you'll get a case like YSL with Young Thug, but that's likely only because his name is Young Thug and he's a celebrity. Okay? What about all these other gangs that have been around for decades? All right, destroying our neighborhoods. What about them? What about the gang members who put out a hit on a 13-year-old child the other day? And I reported it to you all on the backup channel yesterday. A 13-year-old taken out by gang members. But y'all got all this National Guard armed to the teeth in the subway? Talking about crime is on the rise. What about the neighborhood that little boy grew up in? Because if memory serves me correct, in the report, they said that was his death was, I believe, the third in that neighborhood in a week. In a week, you mean to tell me 3 people are dead in the same neighborhood? But y'all worried about the subway. Yeah. I think something nefarious is on foot. I think that something is brewing. They're not going to tell us what, but I think something is afoot. And at the end of the day, don't say I didn't tell you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Y'all have to pay attention. With that all being said, make sure you're following your lifelines, getting your non-perishable food items, and collecting your water, your bottled water, and all of that. Okay. Get a generator if you can afford one, and if not, you know they have those smaller solar powered generators for like $250, I do believe. All right, candles, flashlights, batteries, and all those things. Because guess what? Y'all thought it was a problem when the internet went out for an hour or however long it was out the other day. Don't forget. What would you be thinking, or what would you do? Some of you would probably fall out if the power went out, the internet was down, the phones weren't working for a week, let alone 2. Some of y'all would know what to do. Some of you all would know what to do because all this technology has some people so crippled. that you don't know how to function without it, but I know how to function without it, okay? I'm a whole survivalist is all I'm saying. Oh, so please pay attention. With that all being said, I love you all to life. Thank you for tuning in once again. Please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right? Until next time, beloveds, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives.
With that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy.
Real slick.
I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got